Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today I thought I'd just hop on here for a few minutes and make some clusters. Clusters is one of them things that I wanted to work on this year, and I'm not going to do many. I just thought I'd do a few, and we'll see how they turn out. I have all of my stuff cut out, inked, and ready to go. So if you like my video today, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe if you haven't. So we'll go ahead and get started. Today I'm doing the background of the cluster on book page and music paper. So I didn't measure anything. I just kind of tore it out and just using some scraps and some lace and a little word. So I thought I'd just kind of overlap that a little bit. They're not going to be a real full cluster. They're just going to have a few little tiny items on them, and that's going to be it. So it won't be a long video, but I hope you enjoy it. I hope everyone's having a nice day today. This is just a leftover from a different project I did. Both of these papers are just leftovers. I think my glue is clogged. I guess with clusters, you're not supposed to think a whole lot about it. Just stick stuff on there, but I don't know. I guess I can't do that. I have to think about it. But what are you gonna do? And this butterfly here is just digital, and I love this butterfly. Let me see, where do I want to put this? Make sure I leave room for this down here. I guess I'll just set him like that. And I inked everything just because everything just kind of blended in together, so I just thought it looked better inked a little bit. And then I'm just going to put ribbon across the bottom and put my word on it. So I think I'll use my, let me see. I think I'll use my Fabri-Tac for the lace because it's kind of heavy. I think it'll hold it a little bit better. So I'll just put it that way and just trim one side off. And it doesn't matter if it sticks over a little bit. Don't mind me if I'm bumping the camera. I Kind of have to get a little bit closer so I can see what I'm doing. And then the word I put on here was delightful. These are just words that I typed out on the computer. So there's that one. I think that looks cute. And I didn't add anything to the back of it because probably be glued down anyway. So there's that one. Now we'll go on to the next one. And this is just another one of them little scraps. This paper here, I was just messing around with a stamp. So I was stamping it around on a piece of paper. So I thought that worked good for a background. I think I just want to stick that under there because I'd like to see more of this circle. And I thought this bird was pretty nice and bright. And just to give his beak and his head a little something something. And then on this one I'm going to put whimsical. So we'll glue this down first. I like to do, I like to make ephemera. Sometimes I like making ephemera better than I like making other stuff. Ephemera is what I very first started out making. It's just a lot of fun. Gotta have fun. So we'll just stick that on there. And then I'll see where he goes. And I'll stick that under there. This is just a piece of scrapbook paper. Just a little leftover piece. I think I have a couple more in a couple of the other ones. So we'll stick that there. Oops. I think that looks pretty good. And we're just going to put this down here. I was going to put some white lace on some of them too, but I don't think it looked right against the backgrounds. So I just decided I would use this lace on all of them. Okay. And there's that one. And I think that one turned out pretty good. All right, so now on this one, this is coffee dyed book page, and I just cut this out with my big paper punch. This was just something that I was messing around stamping again, so I cut that out. This was just paper that I had stamped on for a project, So that was left over. And then this butterfly I thought went real good with the color of the paper. So let me see how high I want him. Probably not too high. Okay. So we'll just stick that right around in there. I just like to have everything cut out and mostly always inked and ready to go. If I have to sit and think about it too much, it takes way too long. And it makes me kind of nervous. I'd rather just sit down and have fun putting the stuff together. Well, I think that's a little cockeyed, but that's okay. And then let me see, I want this under his head. So I think I'll stick that down, then I'll glue the butterfly down. And this was just on some junk mail. I think I was using it for either stamping or gluing. Okay, so we'll put that like that. I have one video up that I made ephemera out of junk mail coupons and stuff. If you haven't seen that, you should stop over and look at it. I thought it was pretty interesting. All right, now even though I have that up there, I'm going to give him his little antennas because that's just a me thing. Poor little guy has to be able to see where he's going. I don't guess I got him down too low. So I'll just put this across here. I think I'm still in the camera. This paper here was from a newer book, so the pages was a little bit heavier, and after I coffee dyed it, it made them really stiff. Nice quality for cutting out and that. So I'll just trim both of these off. If some of it hangs over, that's just fine. And then this one says Imagine. And I think that one turned out cute. Now, on this one, we have a little birdie. Another one of them leftover pieces, some more of that scrapbook paper. And I think I'm going to put this in here like this. So I'll glue this down first. One day I'd like to try to make them snippet rolls. And if not a whole roll, just, you know, like a piece of paper about yay long and decorate it up and see how that turns out. I don't think all of them that I've seen are overly decorated or have oodles amount of stuff on them. I don't think I would like to put oodles and oodles of stuff on them. And this thing here is just another stamp I was messing with on one of them junk mail papers. So I'm gonna have that behind the bird just as a little something extra. See kind of where I want it. Maybe like right there. So I'll glue that on first. If I'm testing out a new stamp or I'm just off stamping, and if they turn out nice, I like to cut them out and use them. Good way for, you know, gives you extra ephemera, good way to use up scraps. These clusters can be a scrap buster. Once you get going on them, you could sit and make lots and lots. I think I'll put him like that. Maybe I should raise him up just a little tiny bit so I can get my word on there. I think I'll put, I don't want his head clear up there. Put that like that. And I'll just put this down here. Even if I cover his tail a little tiny bit, that'll be fine too. Everyone getting a lot of crafting done, a lot of different things. I have a bunch of ideas floating around in my head that I'm working on. And this one says beautiful. I love sitting and watching all of the different birds. There, I think that one turned out good. And you could even dress them up more with some gems, like there. You could put a couple gems on. You could put a gem on for his eye. I just figured I would just do the basic cluster today. I didn't want to make my video too long. All right, so this is our last one. This is a leftover from a background that I stamped that I used in something. This is another one of them off stamps where I was just messing around like this thing here. Another piece of scrapbook paper left over from another project. And then I thought on this one would be a pretty rose. So let me see, I think I'll probably just have it like this so I can overlap and see my green. I like to see my pretty colors. And then just kind of stick that in there. And I think I like this heart up here just to give it a little something else. So I think that's what we'll do. And if you put these on like a little bit of a lightweight cardstock or like file folder or anything like that, something a little bit heavier, you could also use these as journal cards because they would fit in the pocket all right. With all of the stuff on here actually makes them a little bit heavier, so on the back you always could just put like a plain paper on them if you didn't have the other stuff to put on. They would make cute journaling cards. Make journaling cards out of most anything. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I have room for my lace down here. Maybe we'll just put that there. And I thought this heart was just really cute. Just kind of put that under there at a little bit of an angle. Okay. Let's see. I think if I move this down a little bit, if it covers over the stem a little bit, that'll be all right. And then this one says perfect. And when a rose opens up, it just doesn't matter the shape. Every rose is just perfect. I love roses, as long as they're outside. I don't want them as a gift. I don't want them in the house. I just like to see them outside. Kind of have to look hard to see which way this lace actually goes. Maybe on this one I'll just trim off both sides. There we go. And I think that one is pretty. So that's my clusters for today. Let me know what you think. Have any questions, ideas, anything like that, let me know down in the comments. Love to read my comments. I think the clusters all turned out nice. So that's my video for today. So I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye for now.